Hello friends, I'm Akash, and a hearty welcome to my YouTube channel. Have you ever wanted to be able to communicate with others better? Whether it's for a job interview, for school, for work, or just being able to talk to people more easily, communication is one of the most important skills that you need to have. So today, let's go over 6 of the most important tips in order to improve your communication skills. Our first tip is to listen more than you speak. And yes, you might be thinking, isn't this a video about communication skills? And you'd be right. But the first step to being a great communicator is to be an even better listener. Yes, many people do make the mistake of not listening to understand what's being said, but rather listening so that they can reply. That's something that you should try to avoid. So always make sure to listen and understand what they're saying. Try to grasp as much of it as you can. And make sure to nod in the meanwhile so they know that you're interested in what they're saying. This allows you to not only talk with them and respond more thoughtfully, it allows you to ask questions and really engage with them in the conversation. The more you listen to what others are saying, the better you'll be able to communicate. Our second tip is to speak clearly and slowly. Yes, you might end up thinking a lot quicker than you speak, especially if you're not a native speaker. That means that it becomes a lot harder to communicate with someone else. However, by making sure to try and relax your mind and think more slowly, you'll be able to think clearly, which means you'll be able to respond better. When you speak quickly or think much faster than you speak, you're gonna end up having other people miss the message of what you're saying. So if you just speak clearly and more slow, they'll be able to really grasp what it is you're saying, in addition to you being able to get out everything that you need. One technique that would be great for doing this is just trying to read a paragraph every day in a clear and slow tone of voice. Doing this will be sure to increase your communication skills because it provides great practice for how you should try to communicate with others, especially in a formal setting. Our third tip is to take use of body language. Did you know that roughly 55% of all of your communication is nonverbal? That means over half of the meaning in everything you say is implied by your body language, by your facial expressions, and by your gestures. That's why it's so important to be very careful about the gestures and the facial expressions you use. So make sure to stand strong and tall and speak with a confident tone of voice when possible. By doing this, not only will you be able to sound more confident in what you're saying, it means other people are more likely to believe you and engage with you in conversation. That means that you will be in a much better space when it comes to talking and communicating with others. Stand straight, make eye contact, and use your hands to emphasize points. That makes you one of the best speakers in the room. Have you ever been in a conversation and thought to yourself, I wish I knew of a better word for this? Well, that's common amongst everyone, and that's why our fourth point to improve your communication skills is to expand your vocabulary. And you can do this in quite a few ways. There's all sorts of apps and games that allow you to practice and improve upon your existing vocabulary, as well as Word of the Day series, like mine. The big deal with all of this is that by being able to increase your vocabulary, whether it's just one word a day, you'll be able to sound more polished, even if it's just simple changes in the way you speak. For example, instead of saying you're very happy, you can say you're excited. If you feel like you're really tired one day, you can say to people that you are feeling exhausted. Just making simple changes makes you sound more polished and more confident as a speaker, which ultimately benefits you in the long run. Now that we're this far into the video, I'd like to let you in on a little secret. The best way to practice your speaking skills is to speak more. And that is our 5th tip today. Be able to speak more and communicate more and practice it whenever you can. This can come in a variety of different ways. You can talk to yourself in the mirror, you can practice talking with a friend or a family member, you can record yourself and listen back to how you talk, and then use that as a basis to improve yourself. Or you can even join speaking clubs, groups like, for example, Toastmasters, whose job it is to help you improve your speaking skills. In addition to this, you can also join a speech and debate club, like me. Even saying good morning confidently to someone is a great start. As soon as you take that first step, the rest of the steps on your way to communicating successfully become much, much easier. Our last and final tip rests on one simple truth. Nobody is perfect. And that's okay. That's why our sixth tip today is that it's okay to make mistakes. So don't be afraid when that happens. Instead, make sure to try and learn from it, and over time, try and correct those mistakes. Remember, it's always important to take that first step, because if you go in with that positive mindset of, even if I make a mistake, I can learn from it, get back up, and move on. That is the mindset that you should go into with this, because you'll be able to easily recover from anything, any mistake that you might face. Remember, it is all about trying. If you fail, try and then try again. And keep trying until you succeed, because ultimately, you will. These are 6 of some of the best tips that I've found to help improve your communication skills. Which one was the most interesting to you? And which one are you going to start practicing soon? Make sure to note those down in the comment section below. If you like my videos, then make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell icon so you don't miss another one of my videos every time I upload. Once again, thanks so much for watching.